Hello and welcome back to Adventure Bastards. As we go into what is hopefully the final section of Shanghai, unless you guys manage to drag this out for any longer.
Definitely.
How are we all doing?
Fantastic.
Right. Hungry?
Not salty about Rust in the slightest.
Do you want to tell your Rust story to the viewers?
Okay, so I spent 2 weeks playing Rust with everyone.
Everyone.
Well, not everyone.
None of us.
Nobody here.
These guys, my real friends, and we had this amazing base. We were some of the biggest hoarders on the server, and then while I was at work, everything's gone. Some guys just came and took everything. They killed Alex. They killed Craig. He was still naked. Sexy Craig, yeah. And then today we got Cameron involved, and we're like, oh, we're going to build up our base, and we built this massive base with a pier out into the water where the main base was. Happily building away, some guy just jumps off the roof, shotgun, takes everything, leaves. 5 hours of work, just instantly gone. I was like,
Well, you know what? You know our base on Ark. That's all gone. They killed all our dinosaurs. Stole all our shit.
They killed our dinosaurs.
They did. The only dinosaur they didn't kill was my Oreo. He's a little armadillo because he's too.
he crap?
Not,
Now you can't be Chris Pratt on a motorbike.
they killed the big monkey.
Yep. They killed Damn Dirty.
Right, anyway, guys, so Adventure Bastards. So normally we don't talk about game mechanics and stuff so much in these actual recordings, but I just wanted to go over a few things this week at the start of the episode.
That'll be fun.
Because we've been playing, obviously, for over a year now, and initially when we started, I kind of was working off what was a very incomplete version of the rule set, because it was the 7th edition Quick Start. And also, I was very much of the mindset that let's not worry too much about all the in-depth rules because, the idea was just to have fun with it and not take it too seriously. Over the course of the year or so of us playing, I think we've reached a point where you guys have kind of, mastered the rules in a way, to the point where I think
we've gamed the game.
You've gamed the game, yeah, basically. So the problem is my lack sort of interpretation of the rules is starting to make you guys a bit more powerful than you necessarily should be.
And basically, you want more of us to die.
Yeah, not just more of you to die, but just things to be a bit more difficult in general.
I can agree with it, because we've been cruising for a while.
I haven't fully read through all of the rules in detail yet, because I haven't had time, because there's quite a bunch of other stuff going on. But I've got a few of them I want to implement, and my plan is probably over the coming sessions to gradually phase in more and more of the actual rules, until maybe at some point we might actually play the game properly.
Well, as long as no rules take us by surprise. Surprise, you're dead!
No, that's
this rule.
Well, no, it's more like I'll just introduce a few rules bit by bit as the episodes go on until we're actually playing properly. The ones I want to implement today, some of them hinder you, some of them help you, basically.
Piercing one.
Sorry, I haven't got to that yet. I haven't got into all the deep combat stuff yet, Kieran, but we'll get there.
Okay, that's okay.
The most important one actually is one that's really important, and I wish I'd understood this earlier. Is that when you guys do skill rolls, I'm supposed to assign a difficulty to them. So when you're trying to use persuade on someone or intimidate, I'm supposed to decide whether that person would be easy to intimidate them, difficult to intimidate, or near impossible. And based on those 3 difficulties, whether or not you need to roll a regular pass, a hard pass, or a critical pass on it.
Yeah, so that's what they're actually for. Yeah, that makes sense.
And so the thing was, I think in London, you guys intimidated the boss into not fighting you, and that should have been a critical pass or not work. And at the time, I was thinking, fucking hell, these skills are a bit OP, and it's because I wasn't using the skill mechanics exactly as they're intended. So what that means now is when you're doing skill rolls, I will tell you a difficulty level associated with them, which will affect what you roll you need.
Before we use them.
Yeah, I'll tell you before how difficult it is. But that just means that you know that if you're trying to do something that's ridiculously difficult, you will need to roll your critical level to get it.
Okay.
Which is quite difficult if you remember, because that's 1/5. But you've got the numbers. But
if you tell us difficulty, can we choose to? Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, sure. Basically, if you want to do something, I'll tell you how difficult it will be to do.
Can we assign difficulties to you when you have superhuman boss characters like Desmond who shouldn't be able to light Molotov?
I'm just checking the rules. It says here,
no.
Keeper's always right. That's weird. That's weird.
That is weird.
So one that can go with or against you. I think we've been vaguely using this already. Is the concept of fumbles and crits, in that Fumble is if you get 96 or higher on a dice, that not only considers a failure, it can be a failure with additional consequences.
I think we've had them before, but we didn't roll like.
But so the thing is, if you roll above the thing, it's a failure. But if you roll above a 96, it's considered a fumble.
I think we've been punished for lower numbers before, but
yeah. And if you roll a 1, that means you not only succeeded as best as possible, but also something good can happen as well.
Okay.
So the two, the rest, they've got 3 more rules here, and these are all actually beneficial to you rather than hindrance. You can do knowledge rolls against your education at any time, and these will tell you things your character would know. So, like, if you're in a situation and you're not sure what to do, you can roll against your knowledge if your character's got a high edu stat, and they might know some information about the thing. So the idea is that this is meant to bridge the gap where you don't necessarily know everything your character knows.
My guy's a genius.
Is that like a spontaneous idea?
No, this isn't an idea one. This is more like I'm in a situation. I've got I don't know. I'm trying to defuse a bomb, and my guy might know about how to do it. You'd roll a knowledge roll, and then I would tell you.
Would you give a reason why your character might know that?
Before
rolling.
I think so. I think
because in that sense you could just like say your character might know anything.
No, but I mean it would be at my discretion what your character. It would be my discretion what knowledge that can be imparted, because obviously, not every scenario is there knowledge to be gained anyway. Yeah. But it's meant to be done against education roll. I mean, like all these things, it's better if you role play into it and explain, because also that explains to me what you're looking for anyway.
Yeah.
An intelligence roll is like essentially helping you out with a puzzle. So if you're trying to do something, actually, my example before was probably more than the knowledge one. Knowledge is like you've read up about it or whatever. But if you're trying to figure something out in front of you, an int roll will help you do that. So so something you might not be aware of, like I'm trying to think of an example, but I don't know, trying to operate a mechanism or something you don't know how to use, or there's some puzzle in front of you, you can do an int roll, and then that might give you clues or help. So anytime you can choose to do knowledge or intelligence rolls, and they're just based against those stats.
Okay, I get it.
And probably the most useful one to you guys will be luck spending, which is an optional rule I want to use.
Ooh.
I've talked about this before, actually. But the idea is, not in combat, but outside of combat, you can spend points from your luck pool to modify dice rolls.
So that's the pushing the rolls.
How sorry?
So when you've rolled a dice, you can choose to spend from your luck like 1 point per percentage.
How does luck replenish?
It replenishes slowly. I don't have the numbers here, but like when you do your leveling, I think you roll like 1d10 or 2d10 or something like that to get some of it back. But but the point is, if you burn through all your luck in one session, you're not going to have any again.
You could burn through it in one roll, in theory, I take it.
You could, but you'd be very stupid to.
Unless it's life or death, motherfucker.
Yes.
This is cool. This is like the Taken King DLC. It's like a new.
Stop.
I was just thinking about buying that.
We just had like 40 minutes of off camera Destiny discussion.
Now when you want to push a roll, you can now spend luck points to do this and this.
The thing
I
is,
still didn't order it.
The other thing, luck but the other thing is spending luck is if we ever have luck rolls, because sometimes I do luck rolls in the background when things happen. So you're reducing your luck on that.
So do we have if you choose to do that, we don't have a choice if our luck's going down or not.
No, our luck doesn't go down for that. But if we have used luck before, then we've got less chance of getting a successful.
I get you.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I feel you.
Right, so those are the new rules I'm going to implement from today. Next time we run, I'll probably implement more of the combat mechanics, because I need to read through those in detail, because there's quite a lot to them. There's a lot of stuff we're not using.
Don't implement your topless speedrunning either.
Oh, I didn't say topless. I don't. Never mind. Actually, sorry. There is one combat mechanic I want to implement as well, which is penalty dice.
Oh yeah, if you want to do.
When you do a penalty dice, you have to strip off.
Adventure Bastards Source Edition.
So the way penalty dice are supposed to work is for when you're firing like a gun 3 times in a round, for each additional time you fire it in one round, you add 1 penalty dice. And the way that works is that it's slightly convoluted. Is that you're essentially rolling extra d10, and the lowest of them is the smaller of the 2 numbers in the percentage. So, like, if you understand, like, the high... So if you roll...
So for example, when I shoot once, I just roll a once for it. when I shoot twice after roll 2 dice for the second shot and choose the worst number?
Kind of, yeah. It's a little bit more complicated, but yes.
Right, okay.
Because the
And
thing
then
is,
if I shoot it 3 times, is that one just 2 dice again, or is that 3 dice?
that's 3 dice at that point, you see.
And you have to
Honestly,
choose the
Dear
worst one.
God. This is
Yeah.
fucking-
but they're not as bad as they sound because actually you're not. So if you can only modify the smaller the number. So if you've rolled like 90 something, it will still be 90 something, but it's the lower number can be lowered. One bit of meta discussion. In the shows like where we're up to in terms of uploading the other day, I think we recently got up to the point where ASCII tries to return the idol doll in London. That cracked me up so much, that did.
What?
What bit?
I don't know if you guys remember this because it was a while back where you were trying to stake out this like juju house in
I
London,
remember.
and like ASCII goes up like you go in and you end up buying this stupid doll just to placate the guy, and then you start staring in through the window. And they open the curtains to see you, and Ascii's just like, I want to return this.
It's because we're trying to like spy on him.
Oh, yeah.
And Ascii's like, can I roll for sneak or something? And fucks it up, and he just opens the curtain, looks right at him, and just goes, can I return this?
That's one of my favourite things. The thing it was just the quick thinking on that. And it's such a terrible ploy.
Wait, so what was
works.
meta talk about that?
There's no meta, just talking about the show.
Oh,
Basically.
okay, sorry. Because you said I thought you said meta.
No, I didn't mean meta, but I meant talking about the show in the
Oh,
show.
okay, sorry.
So there's no more. There's no more DLC.
There's no more
Any
rules.
new guns or equipment. Any exotics.
Fucking hell! I'm gonna have to have a no Destiny talk rule during Adventure Basket.
Well,
Can
as
we
Karen-
Fulton people?
Either that. No. I'd rather that our game have a story.
Oh, don't no. We're moving on. Moving
Don't
on.
spoil it, Carl. I've not finished it.
Welcome back to Adventure Bastards. Thanks for sticking through us for all the meta talk and the talk of Destiny and Metal Gear and such. When we last left the team, they were in Shanghai and they were about to begin the assault on Grey Dragon Island. What are you laughing away for, Aston?
I'm just laughing. I'm listening now.
So I don't know if you recall. So when things left last time, they basically said that they were going to send a scout to scout out the island and report back. So when the morning comes around, it's the day that you guys are going to invade the island, but it's the morning, so you've still got time to plan out how you're going to do it. So you guys all meet up at the base of, I forget the name of them, but it was the sort of freedom fighter group that's been working with Jack Brady.
The dragons.
No, New China, the New China group.
Dragons.
Is that just because they're Chinese, you're calling everything dragons now?
Hey, you're the one calling
Shanghai
the island
dragons.
Dragon Island or whatever. So why not? There's a
Ho
theme.
Fan. No.
No. Chu Min is lead. Chu Min is leader of the New China freedom fighter group in Shanghai. You've met at his base. If you recall, this is the place where you guys picked up a bunch of weaponry before.
Yes, I picked up my laser gun.
So as it starts off, you guys are all met up at the planning table with Jack Brady to discuss what your plans are. He tells you they sent in a scout reconnaissance team last night to get some idea of the fortifications of the island, and he has sketched you a shitty map for you to look at.
Good draw.
Oh, that's nice. And
It's
like
all
on
right.
lined paper as
Oh, I
well.
like that. I like the effect.
That's parents'
Well, he's a
handwriting,
dragon.
sure.
Did he use his school notebook for that?
No, he's the design notebook I use for planning for games. But so what they said was that they took a boat out there last night to get an idea of the island and then circled
Why
around
is
it.
there a Pokemon on the island? Staryu? Is it? Have we got to fight a giant Pokemon? That is massive.
I'm not prepared.
That's
Yeah,
like,
go-
that's like
go-
a fifth.
Yeah, we
or something
won't
of
see
the
it
island.
because Pokemon Go's not out till next year.
Oh. So that's the volcano.
Wait.
Oh, right.
Oh.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it's a volcanic island with an active volcano.
Oh,
what-
that's why it's called
what-
Dragon.
Actually, no, I guess it's
That
inactive.
makes sense.
It's not active as it's active as there is still magma there. It's not completely
Changing
sort.
the story now.
But what I mean is, it's not like erupting or anything, but it's like there is.
The size of that dock compared to the volcano.
I'll admit
Really small
That's
volcano.
a stacked
It's more
dock.
like cruise
the
ship.
dock is not to scale.
Oh, right.
Fucking hell. Fucking Isengard over there.
So yeah, what they found was that there's as you can see by the map, like to the northeast there's a beach running around, to the south west there's like cliffs running all around the island. There's a lookout post to the north that's raised up.
Sorry. I'm just laughing at the compass now. Normally, I thought it just points north straight away. What have you done it now?
Why have we done like that? Because the one in the book's actually like that.
See?
That's not just me being weird, Johnny.
Why don't you just scan the book?
Because the book has too much information on it.
Oh. Photoshop skills.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, yeah. So he says that there's definitely like signs of a village on the basically the things you can see on the map. They've seen a village, they've seen a lookout, the volcano, the dock, but like and a bunch of trees. There's not a lot more information they got because they said they didn't want to get too close to the island because the lookout post would have probably spotted them. But he said they did manage to intercept a fishing boat on the edge of the island, and they brought one guy and they managed to take a prisoner and bring him back with them.
I love the village.
Thanks, Johnny.
It's great. Did the architect model that on a bunch of grapes?
The guy who did the scouting is looking really annoyed at you because he's not an artist. He's like he's a trained soldier.
He's a trained soldier.
Hey, man.
And he doesn't speak English, but
your guns, mate.
But his mate next to him, he keeps translating all the shit you're saying, and he's looking over at you like.
Once all this fighting's over, you can go and like draw Pokemon for a living.
He storms off in a huff.
So have they got the prisoner with us now? Is he present?
Chumin says they've spoken. They've had the prisoner since last night, and they've been interrogating him for what they can get. They said that the problem is the guy doesn't seem to know a lot. He seems like he was a bit of a like lowly minion who was mainly there for helping like supply food and stuff. So he didn't seem that privy to the plans. He said mostly he was ranting about some great machine within the volcano that was ready to fly.
Oh, the dragon.
He's at the Halloween
Flying
one.
Jose.
Steampunk dragon.
So he says they haven't managed to get much useful out of them, but the guy said the guy kept prisoner lived in the village and was and would come and go fishing for them basically.
Okay.
He
How
says
are we tackling this?
So
Dicks out.
Is that going to help?
Get your tackle out.
Sense of urgency.
So Brady says he's
the speed running.
He says there seems to be quite a lot of them on the island, but he says he doesn't think that taking in they've got a huge army here, but he's worried that if they take a huge army to the island, then they're not going to know what. Then there's every chance that whatever's happening there is going to be out of their control. They're not really looking for a massive gunfight. They're hoping to do this more covertly, more Metal Gear style.
Ew. Is there any innocence on this island, or are they all
Do we
minions?
have a research and development team?
And do we just have to Fulton people out of here? 'Cause
He says sadly we haven't invented Fultons yet.
Can we go on horseback?
He says they could probably get a horse out to the island, but he's not sure how useful that would be. But he says
Mowed down.
He says the plan is he's going to take in a team of 5 others, including himself, on a boat. And it's up to you guys how you guys want to infiltrate the island. But if we come in as 2 teams, then we're allowed to, and like trying to coordinate where you meet up, you might be able to sneak in more quietly than just bringing a massive force all in at one point. He reckons your 3 options in terms of how. Before I say that, I should mention he's also got some support for you guys, and he says that he's managed to reconcile his differences with your good mutual friend Isoge.
Yeah.
And he said, and Isoge is willing to help lend the hand of a battleship that's currently quietly docked off the.
Battleship.
Yeah.
We want to go quietly. Metal Gear Solid style. Bring the battleship round.
Well, he says.
At least
Covers blowing, artillery fire, please.
He says. Well, he said the plan is Isoge doesn't want to send troops in, but he can. But the ship he's got can do a bombardment if necessary.
Bombardment.
Okay, amazing.
So if you guys.
As long as our support doesn't hum constantly right here, then
By the time this goes up, all these Metal Gear references are going to seem so untimely. Like in 6 months when this episode goes up.
Well, everyone knows the time frame.
Yeah, so on a serious note, do we have like radios to contact them? Or...
He says, yeah, you can use a short range radio to keep in contact with the Sergei, but I mean, essentially the only reason to use that radio is to call in. You can use the radio to communicate with the secondary team as well, but you can. But the main reason to use the radio to contact Sergei is to call in the bombardment. He says that the Sergei's presence here in Shanghai was because he knew that something was going on Dragon Island, and he's kind of like. The reason he's been pursuing Jack Brady is because he assumed he was involved in it, and now they've like discussed what's actually going on. He's kind of willing to lend his support, but he says it can't be overtly. He can't send troops in, but he can because it's not the mainland and because it's just this remote island. He can do I can get his crew to do bombardment.
Should we have code names for this?
So who? Sorry. So how many people are on each team? Sorry.
So your team is you guys.
Just us guys.
And
We're all dying.
And assuming you're all going. I don't know if Vincent wants
Us
to just
guys
chill.
and who? Sorry.
Oh no, your team's you, and then the other team is Brady with 5 soldiers from the new China frontier.
Oh, badass! Their
How
team's
good are they?
He says they're
better than us.
He says they're good fighters, but they're not very good at investigation and covert work. So he says that basically he's hoping that you guys can take a point and try and figure out what Penhue's up to and stop it, while those guys can take care of the cultists.
I don't know. He didn't do too good a job against Desmond.
Yeah, well, he's coordinating that team with you. That he's hoping those guys will do the shooting.
Oh, okay.
We need a good escape plan as well.
So anyway, the reason I mentioned Sergei is because you've got 3 plans and ways you can approach the island. They can lend you a boat if you want to go in the same way that team's going. You could try and smuggle yourself aboard the Dark Mistress because that should be heading to the island tonight.
Oh yeah.
And he says, if you want to take a really risky route,
they'll fire us out of the cannons of the battleship.
the Sergei can lend you a Japanese seaplane and parachute you down.
I want to drop it.
The most obvious thing.
Well, if I said NATO.
Japanese flag.
But he says it's up to you guys how you want to get in. He reckons the 4 primary entry points are either
the dock, the other side of the dock, round to the other side of the dock.
Well, he reckons the 4 entry points are the dock,
The beach.
the beach, or the small area of the beach by the lookout, or if you want a really tricky entry point but more stealthy, you could try and scale the cliffs.
Oh, can I go up the cliffs on my own? I like working alone anyway.
And so he says essentially what it's up
Get to the top.
What it's up to you guys to decide is how you guys want to get in, where you want to get in, and where you want the other team to approach. So you need those 3 decisions.
I got a feeling this
Do
entire
we have any idea if the beach was,
littered with Metal Gear.
if there was like, did the scouts know if there was any like minefields?
They didn't see any sign of that. But I mean, they didn't actually scout the beach because they didn't go on the island itself. But there hasn't.
Notes.
But he doesn't think there's a minefield. But he hasn't got any evidence one way or the other.
If we parachute, will you make us roll so that we survive?
I don't think I'd make you roll to survive, but I might.
I figured you go, oh, you jump out the plane. Now roll to see if your parachute works.
Now, I mean, parachutes are pretty rough in this time because it's still early in their development. But all I would make you roll is for drift on landing, probably, rather than actually death.
Oh, I like that. You land in the volcano, make new character.
You land on a soldier. He's
Jimmy,
not
you
happy.
can ride on my stomach and I'll like skydive in. And pull out the parachute last second.
So what? Like,
I
you're
still
gonna
think-
absorb the blow for me?
Let's go to the cliffs and then I'll get to the top. Get you waiting, huh?
Can we have code names? Can we all be called Boss?
Oh, yes.
Johnny Boss, Carlo Boss, Kieran Boss, Askew Boss.
Yeah.
Big boss,
Big boss.
Venom boss, the boss, and
Punished Boss.
punish boss.
Ross boss.
Ross Boss. Ross Boss.
Okay, it's done.
Boss banner.
I think boss banner. I think based on like I don't know, you can tell me otherwise. Based on our actual skills, like I think going for a safer option.
I think smuggling plums is the way forward.
I think that's a scary option, you know.
I do want to climb the cliffs just so we can do the kept you waiting hand. But
Yeah, I kind of want to do that, but I don't think there's. Well, there wasn't anyone at the top when he said it. He just said it to no one, didn't he? Weirdo.
exactly. But if there's 2 of us, then we can say it to each other.
Me and Jimmy are going up the cliff.
I want to skydive.
You can land next to us and go.
Oh, you can land like this, like it does in in
So
3.
can we take it through the decisions one at a time? Are you going to go in by your own boat, by the Dark Mistress, or the seaplane?
Kieran seems most level-headed at the moment.
Yes, at the moment.
Off their minds. I'm like trying to find gifts of stuff. Like,
I think we've all got good climbing, haven't we?
No. I don't think
Okay.
anyone does.
I have alright climbing, but it didn't work very well against Desmond and his inhuman.
It depends how we would apply that. Do we have to roll to climb the cliff, or would we just be on the cliff?
So,
My climb is 50.
if you decide to take the cliffs up, the New China group could probably lend you some equipment, which will give you bonuses to climb rolls, but you'll still need to succeed climb rolls.
I think that's incredibly risky.
Well, the thing is, where are we trying to go to?
Yeah,
We,
that's a
we
good
want to go
point.
to the village, or we want to get to the volcano?
There's a thing at the volcano, isn't there?
That's my point.
Bear in mind you have a second team.
True.
Hmm.
So it could be wise us going to the volcano and the second team securing the village.
Did we?
We're the
Did we
guys
have?
with the info.
Did we have any idea of how many people are on this island?
Not a clear idea, but it's not going to be an insignificant number of people.
If this is like a standard kind of adventure film, most of the
Like, are we talking like
armed
100
forces
people,
in the
or like
village.
1,000 people? Or
Probably more than
50.
More than 50, less than 100, I would guess.
We could take them.
I just want to make sure I've got enough bullets. That's all.
Yeah, if this is if this is like your standard epic adventure flick, most of the forces will be in the village. They'll have the head honchos at the volcano with a small defense team. Maybe
We could go
I
for
love that.
pen- we could go for
Using
pencil
movie
attack.
notes to assume where all the forces be. Parents in the process of swapping everything around.
Let's just move those guys
Desmond
here.
in the
Right. I think it's best for us to go via the dock
Work out.
What?
or the cliffs, I guess.
for the cliffs.
But
But
like, I'm thinking
see-
in regards to the second team, they should either come to the beach or the lookout.
yeah,
So no parachuting.
Where does
Well, that's a separate
deliver us?
decision. That's a separate decision. Because
Right.
your 3 decisions are how you're getting there, what your entry point is, and what the second team's entry point is.
Right. Okay.
Right. So So where are we trying to get to first? The volcano.
Well, to be honest, we want to get rid of the lookout because
Yes.
they're looking out. That's the main thing, isn't it? Get rid of the lookout. That's what it's there for.
Yeah,
to
but
stop.
I don't think the lookout will be
The
looking
yeah,
in
the
the
thi-
island.
yeah. The main problem the lookout will pose would be for the strike force. We're mainly there to investigate.
we
shit,
get rid of the- Get rid of the lookout. Strike Force gets in.
I guess, but
we
then
can't
again,
assume that the lookout's looking out to sea. We can't just assume it's going to only look out to sea. We've got to assume that it can see everything.
They will tell you that the lookout post is is open all sides. It's not aimed in a direction.
okay. Well, if we really wanted to take it out, couldn't we get the battleship to bombard it?
Well, no, because one of the entrance points is near the lookout.
Yeah, bombard it. And then
You
the
can
guys
you
roll
can
it.
do a bombardment, but bear in mind,
Stealthy.
yes, the idea of the bombardment was as a last
Getting S
resort.
ranks.
To get us out of this.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ranks.
Can I bring D-Dog?
I don't know. I think beach.
I think because he said the beach was one entrance point, and also the beach closer to the lookout was one.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can land anywhere, but these are the 4 points he suggested. Basically, you can land literally anywhere you want.
Well, I stick with we land on the beach closest to the lookout, go up scale the bit near the lookout and take that out, and then the strike force can come in from the docks. No, because then they have to go through a village, maybe from the beach as well.
I think okay, right. In that regard, I think we should infiltrate where the lookout is, and we should have the other team come on the beach. And
Yeah,
that way, when
instead
if
of
shit
the-
goes down, then we're both can concentrate.
Yeah,
on
we can.
fire.
We can regroup as well.
Right. My next question is there anything that we can get that increases our stealth level,
Oh, like
Hang gliders.
swimming suits.
Hang gliders.
like ghillie suits?
Um,
Am
We
I?
just one big bush and slowly move closer.
I don't think anything's going to particularly give you a stealthy advantage in this kind of setting.
Points. Yeah.
Not in this particular setting. I don't think there's anything that would massively make a difference.
So we're just gonna be in our suits up on the beach.
Yeah.
Well, I'd hope you dress more practically, but I don't
Okay,
think.
I've got another question. We can get a comment from these guys still while we're here, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Wetsuit.
Was smoke grenades one that they had?
smoke grenades. They can supply smoke grenades, yeah.
I definitely want some of them.
We're thinking outside the box. I like
What?
it.
All right.
I think, yeah.
But it was as soon as he said it, I was like, "This is Metal Gear Solid." I was like, "Right, I play Metal Gear Solid."
Yeah.
Use a sniper rifle to take out the lookout.
Well, I don't have that skill.
I don't think any of you are skilled in a way with sniper rifles that you would be doing it at base value.
Can I just say, if I parachuted in, this is what I'd look like when I land.
Oh my
Hold on, just let me look. Are you keeping a list of these again, Carlo? You have a list you were keeping.
Yeah, let me open up that list
A
actually.
list of pictures of Snake.
You land, and the parent makes you roll for whether you get struck by lightning.
What do you want me to call this list? Like Shanghai Assault?
Yeah, the Grey Dragon, whatever.
Already sounds much better than
So do you guys have any of these 3 decisions you've locked down yet, or are you still up in the air about them?
I'm liking the
I think we should-
lookout
yeah.
and then beach.
We should go for
Lookout.
lookout and the
Right.
other two.
Can I?
Adopt.
Is there a number of smoke grenades that I'm like able to carry?
You could
100.
probably only carry like 2 of them each because they're bulky. You know, they're not.
Okay.
I think a standard amount is 4, 2 on each side of the belt.
Well, Johnny.
Well, you've got weapons and all sorts of other stuff.
Because Jimmy's got good throwing, right?
He just throws them
Yeah.
into the lookout.
They die of lack of oxygen. Just so much smoke.
So sorry. What have you decided? You all talked over each other when you. So is it lookout and beach you said you were doing, or lookout and
Yes.
docks?
Lookout and beach.
Right.
Beach.
Who's going to where? You're going to the lookout.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
going to lookout. Strike team. Can I do shit like this? What do they do? They go like.
And how are you guys getting in there? Well, I guess you can't be going by Dark Mistress. I mean, because that only goes to the docks.
By boat.
You're going in by your own boat.
Yeah.
Right.
What about an escape route? We need a plan.
We've got boat.
Yeah, but
Oh, sorry. I should clarify what your ultimate objective here is, in case you didn't remember from last time, is to find the gate and seal it.
What? Oh yeah.
the
I was like, I like you said gate, and I was
Johnny-
imagining like a fence
Jimmy.
gate.
Yeah.
You still have dynamite, right?
dynamite.
Dynamite.
No, I didn't take any. I've got Molotovs.
Well, you should take dynamite and smoke grenades.
Okay, fine.
Carlo,
Yes.
in the time since this planning began, you've been working as the academic of the group. You've been working with Moo, who translated the books. And so you are essentially the person in charge of casting the 2 spells associated with the operation.
Okay.
They're not particularly
I've got zero idea on.
but they're not utility spells. One of them's Find Gate, and one of them is Seal Gate. Seal Gate, you'll need everyone to
I
help.
just have these now. I have these 2 abilities.
You have Find Gate. You can cast, and it'll cost MP to use.
Seal gate is the same.
So, no, Seal Gate is the ritual that was described, where you're going to have to use multiple people working together, and it involves blood of an innocent on a circle of an eye thing.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, sorry. So to clarify, your ultimate goal is to find and seal the gate, and that will probably involve securing the island if possible. The reason I mention this is because Sasuke's talking about escape routes.
So we're trying to actually secure the entire island.
Well, I mean, or at least secure wherever the gate is, because the point is the ritual to cast it can take over an hour to cast. It's not this is a stealth mission, but it's not like stealth in and out. This is like stealth in and try and secure the location.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why'd you post that fucking picture again?
He's on top of the volcano.
Looking ripped.
Fire bouncing off his chest.
There must have been a point where now the audience has seen this picture, like of of Askew's vision of what Des.
If you tracked it last time, Carla, then it
I
would have
think
been
I did put it in twice, along with the video of what he looks like
Hulk.
running.
I'm Mr. Stealthy as well. I've got like the blackjack.
I need to check my skills actually for this to see what I'm actually going to be used
I'm
for.
excited. I'm nervous and
I
excited.
reckon this is going to be cool.
I've got good swimming skill.
Do I?
If I need to dive off the cliff after Metal Gear Ray,
Oh.
fine. Oh, if the dragon like dives off, and I've got to jump after it.
That scene is fucking ace.
It is.
It's fucking ace.
Right. So what? So would you guys want to get going, or what do you want to do?
Yes.
I want to level up my library skill before we get started, just before I forget.
No, leveling would happen after this. Because this is still the end of the Shanghai adventure.
Okay, I understand.
So penalty dice.
Don't.
What'd you say?
You said so penalty dice.
Oh, right.
Another 20 minutes of explaining that. This is why I didn't do them, the original rules, because some of them are a lot of extra rolling and stuff, and I prefer to focus on the role plays.
It'll be good to have a more accurate, it's a compromise with rules when it comes to like when the game becomes too easy because we don't want to force rules on ourselves. Then it's a better.
Yeah, it's adding a few more mechanics to give you guys some more abilities, but also to make things a bit more trickier. So
Yeah.
Right, so I should probably add radio to inventory. Short.
well, whoever's carrying it, only one of you is carrying
I
it.
don't know if I added all the shit from last time. I've got those books.
Shortwave radio.
Oh yeah, you've got some expensive books, haven't you?
Yeah, can I leave them somewhere? I don't take
Yeah,
these
you
books
can
with me on the island.
you can leave them in your accommodation here. You don't have to take them with
I
you.
was gonna say.
Because
Yeah.
that's worth some cash, that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll move them across.
For next time we do a proper show as well, we need to look at...
Signal flare gun. Can we like take out the lookout and then fire the fucking?
I mean, that would be really stupid, but yeah. Like, so we're stealthy in here, and then you fire a big fucking light and...
I wanna say, if we fire the flare gun, that means drop everything. Strike team come to the flare.
Okay.
In case we get in some serious
Good
shit.
shout. Good shout.
Yeah.
So that's what the flare gun's for. If we
Okay.
get into some shit.
Does having binoculars add anything to a roll?
If you were trying to see stuff, yeah. If you went up the lookout and used the binoculars,
I think Jimmy should pick up some of them.
All I've got is a revolver and a knife.
Revolver and binoculars. Use it as a scope. Like.
I'm saying, like, if we're actually raiding an island, like, we should get everything that we think we're gonna need.
Well, but I don't I'm not a fighter, so I've got a gun to protect myself, and I can't use assault rifles. That's the only reason I'm saying.
Well, it doesn't even have to be that. I'm just thinking, like things I'm thinking, like flashlights, smoke grenades, binoculars, like.
I'm
things
sure I
that-
bought
Sleep bag.
Sleep.
just gonna have a bit of a kip.
I'm getting more ammo. I don't think I've got enough.
Where are the shop lists?
I'd love to take a bow, but I don't think I can appropriate.
This ain't
skill.
Far Cry 3, Johnny.
But it'll be stealthy as fuck.
I think I'm ready because I don't want to carry too much. I want to keep it realistic.
I won't mind grabbing.
My inventory's full, so.
I won't,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind grabbing a grenade or two of some sort, which I thought I did last week, but apparently I didn't.
I mean, yeah, you can just take. You can as long as you're only taking a realistic amount, then that's fine. But also bear in mind
I was
things
going
like.
to take one. Like I was going to take
But-
a smoke grenade and a flashbang.
Bear in mind you've got very low throw, Carlo.
Hey,
I'm planning on just popping them and just dropping them at my feet.
All right, that's fine. But yeah, you've only got 20% on throws, so they could end up at your feet anyway.
Yes.
ask you or Vincent, whatever you wanna. Whatever.
Vincent, thank you.
You're quite stealthy, aren't you? Like.
I am very stealthy.
Have you
Have you
thought?
got a knife on you?
Got a garrote wire or something?
I've got a garrote, I've got a blackjack, I've got a switchblade.
All right, cool. Just
Got a
checking. just
Luger.
checking.
Luger.
And Frank can carry a book because the spine hurts really.
I've got a knife. Why would I need a book?
Because you're a nerd.
Maybe a block of bullets.
Burn! Right, I think we're good to go.
I'm a pacifist. I read and then just bash him on the head with it.
Oh, one more thing. You need blood of an innocent as well.
We can get that on site.
Can we kill without prejudice?
Carry a
on the
vial
silent?
of blood of the innocent.
Well, I mean, you've got to figure out where you're going to get it.
Have they got any wicked swords that I could take?
We're talking about the blood of the innocent problem right now, Johnny.
I know.
Is there
and
any, like-
Address the sword.
I
sword.
figured a sword would be the best way to get the blood of an
We'll
innocent.
address the sword. We'll address the sword bill later. We'll veto that for now.
Fine.
See, I don't want to say this, but we need to find some kids or something on the island to get the blood off.
Oh!
Unless you get it,
Wow.
unless you get it now.
What,
I'm not. I don't want to kill anyone. I'm just saying, like,
what do you want it for then?
The passage
You want
doesn't
some
say.
kids?
Wait, the passage doesn't say you have to kill anyone. It just says you need blood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could get some off the girl that we rescued, the commander's girlfriend or whatever.
you draw blood. I don't want to draw first blood. Rambo quotes.
Can we ask what his name is? Damn, I forget his name.
Jack Brady.
Brady.
What he thinks of the blood.
Lieutenant Dan.
He says we're going to need somebody who hasn't been involved in the mythos stuff, basically. Anything to
Do
do.
you know anyone in
gonna
the?
say
do you know
we are
anyone-
innocent.
Where's our translator?
Do you know anyone in this town like that?
He says not. He says the kind of people I hang with are not so innocent.
What
Where's
about
our-
the soldiers? Have they been involved in this shit before?
He says, well, murderers will probably not count.
Where's our
How
translator?
about their wives?
Not all soldiers are experienced. Like they might have.
He says we might. He says that's a plan. He says we can do that.
So if we get a vial of blood like from someone like that,
Hugh, who speaks to the soldiers and looks for who's
I'm
got.
not having that
Choose.
awkward conversation.
Hugh speaks to him,
Chinese, so
God.
and he says, Chu says it's a good idea. He'll get one of the soldiers' wives to. In fact, he suggests one of their daughters might even be better.
Oh god, that's just.
He's taking it too far. He's liking it.
he
I'll
says,
do you one better.
He's a 10 out of 10.
Like the blood of a bird.
he says by the time you get when they give you the boat, they'll be waiting for you as well.
How big will the vial be? Like a
Like a bat.
gallon drum.
You like open the bat and there's like a head bobbing in there.
That's how much you needed, right? Right.
Are we ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
What time? It was at midnight. What, are we doing like the Phantom Cigar to change time?
Because you
Can
the
we play
ritual
that music at this bit? Have a time skip to the beginning.
The ritual needs to be cast when by the time the moon is at its peak, because it's I think it's like a full moon. I think I said. So they suggest landing at dusk to give you guys a few hours to get things done.
By the way, if we ever do the live show again and we have the point where we sleep over the night, can we have the e-cigs and do the?
My dream.
That'd be amazing.
Right, enough Metal Gear. Jeez.
It's not possible.
Yeah, this is happening.
Right, so that's the plan out of the way.
Whilst we're on the island, they'll be like, "Boss, you better come back to the base. There's something that you need to talk about."
Yeah. Nope.